Okay, so our team name is the Bezos, and my name is Emily Iverson. I am a second-year public relations major.
My name is Shalom Liska, and I'm also a second-year public relations major.
And my name is Bernice Quintero, and I'm a fourth-year public relations major.
My name is Suzanne Flores, and I'm a second-year accounting major.
The product that we sold were bottles of Niagara water. My sister works for Niagara Bottling Company in Ontario, California, so she was able to get us a package of 24 water bottles for completely free, so that minimized the cost that we had to put forth for our product.
And so we sold our product on a Thursday during U Hour, and we sold it on Olive Tree Lane, which is right next to the Starbucks and right next to the library on campus.
So our water bottles at the event cost $1 each.
Okay, so first I wanted to talk a little bit about our situational analysis. First off, we wanted to decide our target market, so who exactly on our campus that we were trying to sell to. Since we are selling on a college campus where everyone is predominantly undergrads, we set our target market being college students ages between 18 and ages 25, since that's what most of the people on our campus would be, and probably most of the people we would be running into. And so one thing that we really put in mind is that since college students are always in a rush, they're always going from class to class, and so like in our case it was during U hours, so they're running to another class or running to go get food. We thought that water bottles would be a really good product to sell because they might not necessarily want to wait in the long lines for the other places that they have to get water on campus. So that would be Starbucks or the marketplace or other food eateries. We thought this would be like quick, there wouldn't be a line, and it would be something that people were interested in since college students are forgetful, they forget their water bottles, and we knew that it was probably going to be a hot day since it's summertime. Okay, and now a little bit about our external environment. We had one thing that we really wanted to play on is that we had expensive competitors. So like I was saying, we were set up right next to Starbucks where drinks are typically over $3. So one thing we kind of wanted to stress is that since we are only selling our water bottles for $1, it is a cheaper alternative for people so they can get like fresh, cold drinks for a cheaper price. Our other competitors included the Polyfresh Market, which is located in the BSC, and there were also other organizations who were selling food and selling drinks on campus in front of the BSC, so they were our other competitors. But one thing we had was we didn't have long lines, which is what a lot of the other organizations had, so they were usually selling food along with their waters, so usually they would have like 10 people in line. And people who didn't want to wait in those lines could come to us, and we usually didn't have a line. So our competitive advantage is that we thought we would have a central location, Olive Tree Lane, especially during U hours, where students go right after class when they're walking by. So we thought, okay, they would see us, we would get the maximum amount of students possible. And we also thought that we had a lot of convenience. So unlike some of the other organizations who are also selling in the quad, we took both cash and we used Venmo, so we could take credit cards or debit cards. Another competitive advantage would be our price. So we thought we were very affordable. Since we were able to get the water bottles for free, we sold them for only $1, which is a lot cheaper than other places. Like I was saying, it's a lot cheaper than getting a drink from Starbucks or even getting a water bottle from another store on campus. Our other competitive advantages were that we did not have a line, or we usually didn't have a line, and that one of the things we really stressed was our philanthropy, and that through buying water, they would be giving water back because we were going to be donating all of our proceeds to water.org, which gives clean water to third world countries.
So for our SWOT analysis, I feel like we had a good balance of different factors in each category that we created. So for our strengths, one of our biggest strengths was that we had word of mouth marketing. So a couple of our group members do live on campus, so they are part of a campus community. And we all told our friends exactly what, when, and where we would be selling our product, and we all encouraged our friends to come out and support us in this project. We used an ice chest that one of our group members brought from home, so that was one way of using our resources very well without having to spend extra money, using resources that we already had to ensure that our waters were ice cold, so that would even make them more appealing to our consumers, because At first we thought that we would just sell water bottles. We didn't think about keeping them cold, so I definitely think it was to our advantage to have ice cold waters that students could enjoy on a hot day. Like Emily said, we do have a very affordable product. Water bottles on campus can cost about $2 to $3. Our price was only $1, and that was very affordable compared to other options on campus. We also had a flexible payment option, so if students didn't carry cash on them, we did accept Venmo as a method of payment, so students could use their debit cards or their credit cards to pay us if they didn't have cash on them, which is very common these days for people our age to not have cash on them. And then we did have very fast transactions. I feel like we were very prepared during our selling. We had everything set up and ready to go. And there was all of us there, so we had a very quick pace of getting customers in and out with their product. For our weaknesses, we didn't have a table provided. We didn't really think about having a table, but after selling, we realized that maybe it would have been best to have a table to present our product in a positive light and show that we have all of these water bottles here for sale, so there wasn't really like a display of our water bottle of our product. We didn't have any signs or visuals showing what we were selling, so it didn't have a very strong presence, our product, compared to some of our competitors who had signs and visuals showing what they were selling. The only method that we really used was just calling out and yelling what we were selling, so it probably would have been to our advantage to have some kind of posters or visuals to help us out there. Another weakness is that water can be purchased a lot of other places on campus. We do have Starbucks right there. We have the Marketplace, Vista Market. There are definitely options for students who want to buy water. And another reason why it's a weakness is because a lot of students do bring their own water to school. It's very common to see students walking around with hydro flasks or swell bottles or other reusable bottles to show their waters, and a lot of students would walk past our booth and show that they had a water bottle and that they didn't need water because they had brought their own. So that's definitely something that we should have taken into account, is that water is very easily accessible on our campus, as well as a lot of students are bringing their own waters to school. One more weakness was that our location was filled with a lot of competitors. So U hours filled with different campus clubs and organizations trying to sell their products to fundraise for their club or organization. So when there's all these competitors around us selling various things, they tend to go to the competitors who are selling more things or more appealing things, in their opinion. For some of our opportunities, the weather was very warm that day. It was a very hot day, so students would crave water more than if it were raining or if it were cold that day. The time was during U hours, so it was really convenient for students and convenient for us because a lot of students are out during that time. Since there are no classes on campus during U hour, a lot of other competitors around us actually helped us out as an opportunity because they either had long lines and students could come to us and buy water from us and not buy water from the other booths, or they would think that they want water after they've bought in their food, so they could come to us to buy water. Another opportunity that we had was that a lot of personal friends of ours came and supported us and bought water from us, which was very great. So lastly, for our threats, like I said, we did have a lot of competition around us. There were a lot of different groups and clubs and organizations selling around us, since U Hour is the prime time on campus for students to sell things for their organizations. Another threat to us was Starbucks was right behind us when we were selling. So that's definitely a threat because a lot of students like Starbucks, and there's definitely a plethora of different cold drinks that you could get there on a hot day. But the main advantage that we had was that there wasn't a line.
So our goals for this project was to get a profit back, and with that we would get our money back as well from what we invested with the ice, which was $3 we spent on ice. And we also wanted to be able to donate the money that we made to our charity, which was water.org, because that's what we were promoting. And we also wanted to spread awareness of the philanthropy that we were going to be donating the money to. And we were announcing while we were selling our product that all our proceeds were going to go to the charity. The sales strategy we had for our project was we targeted students on campus during U hours, since we figured that there would be more people outside of the classes at that time, and our location would be busy because we were on Olive Lane. We figured people will be walking by, either getting from classes to the eateries or from classes to the library. And we also wanted to promote our charity. We did that while selling our product, and the energy that we had while selling, we were enthusiastic, we were friendly, and we tried making conversations with the customers purchasing our product.
For our promotion strategies, we use social media such as Facebook and Snapchat as our main sources of social media. We also use word of mouth to our friends and our classmates. And since some of our group members dorm here, we used word of mouth to spread the word in the dorm communities. So we purchased a packet of 24 bottles of the water bottles. It was for free due to the connections that Shelly had with her sister. And we spent $3 to buy the bags of ice on the day of the event. So in total, we spent about $3 for the event. And in the end, we counted up $18. So we took that $18 and we reimbursed that to our members, and we had $15 left over to give to water.org, which is 500% of what we used to spend for this event. What we did well in this event was that we were able to reach a decent amount of customers, seeing as how we got $18 from the end of the whole sales, and we made it very clear that whose charity we were going to and where their money was going.
Thanks for watching!